A widespread frost advisory with some light moisture trying to get down to the ground down south along I-90. More about that in just a moment.
New developments on a 15-year-old case where an infant's body was found floating in the Mississippi River.
The Dykeman trial's dramatic testimony, the defendant's son taking the stand. And the Ridgeland Farms Beagles enjoying their new freedom when they'll be ready to find new homes.
Streaming 24/7 on the News 8 Plus app. You're watching News 8 Now this morning.
Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Brooklyn Hine. Alexandra is off today. It is just about 6 a.m. and today is Thursday, May 7th. And even though it's May, it might not be time to put those coats away. Let's bring in meteorologist Art Jarrett. Art, a little chilly out there this morning.
A little chilly out there. We're feeling like it's widespread 30s out there currently, holding on to a frost advisory that is in play right now that continues from the west of the river as well over the region and then east all the way out towards Lake Michigan. We're keeping an eye on that till 8 a.m. this morning. We also have some light moisture kicking in as well. As you can see from Mason City, Rochester as well, trying to get some snow to the ground towards Winona, but it's kind of falling shy of the river, holding on to at least a light batch of that moisture trying to get down to the ground as well as you get towards Prairie du Chien. Hey, we're looking at right now current temperatures in the 30s, pretty much from around the freezing mark or so. You can see 30 degrees in La Crosse right now, 30 in Eau Claire, 36 in Ladysmith, down to the south by Prairie du Chien at the freezing mark. You're also looking at some colder spots, 29 for Black River Falls, 28 in Sparta. It feels like it's at least in the low 30s in the forecast to at least the middle 30s, some upper 30s up to the north by Trempealeau. And once you get up to areas right by Ladysmith and Eau Claire, it feels like 34 to 33 degrees. Hey, look at this. We've got a few clouds still holding on just a little bit. We have some sunshine to boot as well, holding on to the area. As we get right back into it, you're going to hold on to the local conditions showing this. 30 degrees for La Crosse right now. Feels like 25 degrees out there currently, holding on to Eau Claire. Fairly similar conditions with light winds out there as well. 30 degrees feels like 30 degrees on your skin, believe it or not. Hey, we hold on to how this all shapes up for your day, where you're looking at the possibility of this, though. That light moisture, as I showed you, will start to get out of the region. Eventually, the kids going to school, looking at 38 degrees for the early morning, 59 in the afternoon for La Crosse. Eau Claire, the kids are going to go 33 to start heading to school. By heading home, you're looking at 55 degrees. Be safe out there. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Art. A 15-year investigation into Winona's baby Angel case finally ends with a plea deal. News 8 Now's Seth Padilla joins us with more information from the newsroom.
Brooklyn, this case dates back to 2011 when a newborn baby was found floating in the Mississippi River. Jennifer Bockley has pleaded guilty to misdemeanor interference with a dead body. She originally faced second-degree manslaughter charges after investigators used genetic testing to identify her as the infant's mother. Defense attorneys say prosecutors still would have needed to prove exactly how the child died and who was responsible. But legal experts say there's a difference between what investigators believe happened and what they can actually prove.
There's many reasons why prosecutors would enter into plea agreements with reduced charges, particularly when you're looking at a case that's old. The age of the case will impact the evidence.
Legal experts say due to the age of the case and the information they had at the time, this was the only way to hold Bockley accountable. Under the agreement, Bockley will serve 2 years of supervised probation. The agreement also prevents further prosecution related to the infant's death. Reporting live in the newsroom, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
Thank you, Seth. Dramatic testimony in the Josie Dykeman murder trial as her 8-year-old son described alleged abuse of 6-year-old AJ Pedron. The boy testified that Dykeman hit, kicked, and yelled at AJ. Dykeman cried as her son described how AJ looked during the alleged abuse. The defense pushed for a mistrial twice, claiming witness coaching.
That's normal for a kid not to want their parent to get into trouble. Is that right?
Yes.
And you've already lost your mom. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
The 8-year-old admitted to lying under oath to protect his father from getting in trouble. The judge dismissed both mistrial motions, but will review the defense's evidence. A forensics interviewer, medical examiner, and AJ's school principal also testified. A new push to put street meters in downtown La Crosse. The Board of Public Works brought up the idea. For now, city officials are staying with the current setup that has property owners pay a yearly assessment. That renewal process will be happening soon. Several hundred beagles are experiencing the great outdoors for the first time. Nearly 1,500 of them were freed from Ridgeland Farms over the weekend. The facility had been holding and breeding the dogs for laboratory research.
Just amazing to see that it's all come to this moment where the dogs are finally
getting out and experiencing all of this love and joy and freedom. We didn't know if this moment would ever come.
After medical tests and a brief period of adjustment, the pups will be put up for adoption. Area letter carriers are fighting food insecurity. Saturday is the National Association of Letter Carriers Stamp Out Hunger Food Drive. Letter carriers will collect non-perishable food and hygiene items that customers leave in their mailboxes. All donations collected will benefit local pantries. More mixed messages from President Trump on the war with Iran. Taking a live look now at the White House, the president was optimistic at a press conference, claiming the U.S. has won and that a peace deal with Iran could be close. CBS News' Jared Hill has the latest details.
I think we won.
President Trump claiming victory in the war with Iran, saying there's been progress in peace negotiations.
We've had very good talks over the last 24 hours. And it's very possible that we'll make a deal.
Axios reports the two sides believe they could be moving closer to agreeing on a one-page memo to end the war and start more detailed talks. That could include a moratorium on Iran's nuclear enrichment, lifting U.S. sanctions, and an end to restrictions in the Strait of Hormuz. Iran's parliamentary speaker mocked the report, posting, "Operation Trust Me Bro failed. Now back to the routine with Operation Foxios." President Trump has threatened to restart bombing without a deal.
And if they don't agree, they'll end up agreeing shortly thereafter.
The Pentagon said U.S. forces fired on and disabled an empty Iranian-flagged oil tanker in the Gulf of Oman Wednesday, claiming the ship ignored warnings to stop while allegedly heading toward an Iranian port. As the U.S. blockade continues, Iran claims to have shot down a reconnaissance drone over the Strait of Hormuz. One of the world's largest shippers, Hapag-Lloyd, said the strait standstill is costing the company $60 million a week. The conflict also forcing American drivers to make tough decisions.
I would love to get a full tank. Unfortunately, I don't have $80 to spare.
The average price for a gallon of regular jumped to $4.54 Wednesday, a new 4-year high. Jared Hill, CBS News.
President Trump says he met with top oil executives to discuss selling oil from Venezuela. At least 2 Americans are being monitored after returning home from the cruise ship at the center of the deadly hantavirus outbreak. Both disembarked before the ship went into quarantine and are said to be in good health and show no signs of infection.
What makes this really hard to contain is the fact that it's on a ship and the timeline.
While this rare strain can be serious, health officials stress it doesn't pass easily. Still ahead on your morning news, it's May and thousands of college grads are flooding the job market. We've got the tips to help you stand out. Plus, the FBI warning about a new bank scam, how to protect your money, coming up.
Can a VR headset be a classroom to teach real-world skills? I'm Bradley Blackburn with the students putting it to the test.
Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh quality meat, local meat. Purchase a minimum of 25 pounds of 90% lean ground beef for $6.69 per pound or 85% lean for $6.19 per pound. Holman Locker and Meat Market and much, much more.
You know that feeling when you finally sit down and go, yeah, this is it. That's Lazy Boy. And at King Furniture, we've got one of the largest selections in the Coulee region. So go ahead, kick back, lean back, and feel the difference for yourself. Plus, trade in your old living room furniture for a discount on new, and we'll deliver it and haul the old stuff away for free. Comfort, selection, and service that actually feels good. That's King Furniture.
Zepbound. Watch this. Watch this. Zepbound is the first and only prescription medicine for moderate to severe obstructive sleep apnea, or OSA, in adults with obesity. A treatment that helps reduce breathing interruptions during sleep. After just a year, many taking it had no OSA symptoms. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take if allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family had MTC or MEN2. Tell your doctor if you get a lump or swelling in your neck. Stop Zepbound and call your doctor if you have severe stomach pain or a serious allergic reaction. Severe side effects may include inflamed pancreas or gallbladder problems. Tell your doctor if you experience vision changes before scheduled procedures with anesthesia, if you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills. Taking Zepbound with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and worsen kidney problems. Ask your doctor about Zepbound, a game-changing treatment for OSA. Zepbound. Watch this.
Watch this.
Hey, why are dishes always getting water spots?
From Culligan.com, hard water. Mom!
Yeah. Hey, Culligan.
Heard you've got water problems. We got you covered.
Request your free in-home water test today.
Nothing tastes better on the grill than steak from Holman Locker and Meat Market. Stop in for a sale on this month's featured steak. You'll be glad you did. Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality local meat and much, much more.
In your morning consumer news, it's May and this year's grads are stepping into a competitive job market. Private companies added 109,000 jobs in April, more than half of those jobs in education and healthcare. Experts say new job hunters should look towards fields seeking job growth, even if they lack a degree in those areas. Some skills may be a match.
Job seekers who are willing to do that, willing to be a little more flexible, willing to think about their skills more holistically, I think will have better luck in this market.
The Labor Department's youth unemployment rate dropped between February and March, hinting at a better environment for workers ages 16 to 24. The FBI warning people about a phone scam that can cost thousands of dollars. Scammers are calling and claiming to represent banks. Many of them can actually fake caller ID, so the name of the bank comes up when the phone rings. Officials say you should ignore any request to move money or gain access to your bank account. Energizer introducing child-safe lithium batteries. They come in child-resistant packaging and have color alert technology that alerts caregivers by dyeing a child's mouth blue if they put the battery in their mouth. The batteries also have a bitter coating to help discourage ingestion. Shop class and other vocational programs used to be a major part of school, but have been declining for decades. Now some colleges are turning to virtual reality to bring back real-world skills. Bradley Blackburn shows us how.
This is the first time Shannon Camille has ever put on a VR headset, a pair of high-tech goggles that open the eyes to endless worlds.
I thought it's very futuristic feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always see these things online, but never in real life.
She's a freshman at St. John's University in New York, where they've partnered with education startup Creditverse to use virtual reality as a classroom.
We believe that this is the next evolution of education.
COO Jeffrey Broom says there's real potential in teaching hands-on skills virtually, like welding, carpentry, or HVAC work. Students can try out careers that may resist AI automation.
We also realized in the schools that there was a gap. They don't have what I quote, with the trades or the skills or shop classes when I was growing up. They just don't have the budgets. So from a VR perspective, you don't have the overhead.
These college students are studying education and are receiving headsets so they can eventually teach with these tools.
It's okay to use chalk and chalkboards and paper and pencil, but there's also a time where we can use things that are appropriate for our students. We want to make sure that we have the tools that can capture their attention and help them to succeed.
Let's give it a shot here. VR is often used for gaming and entertainment.
So there's still a lot of reading in here, too.
Mm-hmm. These future teachers say this glimpse shows what's possible.
I think it'll make studying more fun, to be honest with you. I think that's why I believe this is going to really help a lot in the future for education.
Seeing a new way to teach real-world skills. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
That's a look at your consumer news. Now let's send it over to News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett.
All right, as we start your day, we'll start off on the frosty side, holding on to a frost advisory that goes all the way into at least 8 a.m. this morning. La Crosse right now holding on to at least the low 30s, leading in, it feels about 25 degrees out there right now. Absolutely gorgeous out there, believe it or not, despite the cold. But you're going to see it's widespread. You can see pretty much west of the river getting all the way into the region, as well as east of the river going out to Lake Michigan. We'll keep an eye eye on that. We have some light moisture trying to get now all the way up to Rice Lake now going into Rusk County. You're seeing that also sag towards areas right by areas that are going to Eau Claire and Chippewa Valley. We're seeing that from Rochester going towards Winona, and eventually it's trying to get across the river to La Crosse. It's not following suit though. We'll see some of that light moisture that's already passed across areas just north of Prairie du Chien and then trying to move over to the air, but no one's really collecting any type of moisture just yet. The wind chill out there feels a little bit cooler on the skin for some folks out there. Look at that, 30 degrees to 32 degrees once you get into Black River Falls and Sparta. That's what it feels like on your skin right now, up to 33 in Ladysmith down to the south. Well, Prairie du Chien was 32 earlier. Now it's at 36 degrees currently, picking up. We've got a lot of warmer air coming back again, or at least dry air coming off the west coast. That's going to be working its way as a slot all the way towards St. Louis, and eventually kind of opening up as we get closer to our area as well as Iowa. We'll see more of that sunshine coming into the area today. Taking a look though, we're starting to see those temperatures start to continue to warm up. 60s still holding on now, upper 60s by Bismarck. They were in the 30s earlier, then holding 40s as well, but now even National Falls is even picking up temperatures. We're going to get in the low 60s today and then eventually continue to warm you up, going right into the upper 60s to near 70 degrees as we go from Saturday, from Friday going all the way into Saturday. We're going to hold on to the precipitation. The temperatures are holding on to the 30s, as you can see, all the way up to at least the 50s, and we'll hold on to the moisture. Man, it's pretty low as we go through the day, pretty nice. We'll also hold on to the possibility of similar conditions, are fairly light all the way into areas by La Crosse, but by the time you get in the 11 o'clock hour, we have a 10% chance of that moisture I just showed you. We're also going to hold on to some clouds moving away and giving us a chance to get some sunshine as we go through the morning hours and into the afternoon. You see that all the way around to the 2 o'clock hour. By the time we get to 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, more clouds start to come back again for areas up along I-94, up there by Eau Claire as well. Then eventually we see more clouds coming back by the midnight hour down to the south along I-90. And then we'll pick up more clouds going all the way through sunrise. That'll help to give us a light blanket to keep us from getting too cold for tomorrow, but we'll still possibly have a frost advisory in play. Then once we get in the afternoon, we're holding on to some clearing skies by the time we leave the late day all the way into the early afternoon for the evening commute. Then those clouds come back again with rainfall chances from the 9 o'clock hour to the 10 o'clock hour kick in as we go into Friday night. And that continues to sag all the way down towards Black River Falls as well as areas down toward Viroqua as well as La Crosse. Eventually we get back into it with more of that rainfall on the way from the west. Then we carry over how that all shapes up. We go right into Saturday. We're looking at the moisture coming across from areas right by Twin Cities to Eau Claire. That continues to drop down towards Black River Falls, Winona, all the way down to I-90. You see that continue on all the way getting to Vernon County as well and Richland County. Then we'll see that moisture go away. We get into Sunday. We're looking at drier conditions in the midnight hour. We're also seeing that go all the way to the Sunday in the morning. And eventually by the afternoon for your Mother's Day, you're looking at some cloudier skies leading back to at least some clearing skies by the 8 o'clock hour. As we load all the way into how this all plays out for the next few days, my friends, we'll get right back into 60s, increasing gradually for today and tomorrow. 70s possible as we get into Saturday with a little light rainfall, 30% chance. And Mother's Day on Sunday looking pretty good for everybody. Get out and enjoy it and have a wonderful day.
Thanks for that, Art. Now, as you begin to wake up this morning, we'll leave you with a wake-up call with Kansas City, Missouri, known as the City of Fountains. With over 200, Rivaline Rome and holds a deep jazz history. Stay with us. We'll have more news after your morning sports blitz.
Well, the Bucks have their new man to lead the charge and hopefully get the franchise back on track. Hear from the 19th head coach in franchise history. Plus, the Brewers looking for a W in St. Louis. The Blitz is next.
New developments on a 15-year-old case where an infant's body was found floating in the Mississippi River. Coming up.
News 8 Now and TrustPoint proudly honored the top graduating seniors from La Crosse area schools at the Honor Student Banquet. These students are outstanding examples of academic excellence, and we're proud of them and their schools. Congratulations to these and all graduating seniors.
Hey, bud.
The shortest distance between two people is a smile. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
In Winona, your perfect stay starts at Hotel 44 North. Stay in the heart of downtown with elegant rooms and spacious suites with kitchenettes, ideal for work, play, or a little of both. Wake up to breathtaking river and bluff views. Then hit the trails, shops, and waterfront just steps away. After the adventure, relax in the pool or sauna, recharge in the fitness center, or toast the night at Latitude Bar and Lounge. Hotel 44 North. Comfort, style, and hometown charm.
Ron was an active guy.
I'm an outdoorsman.
Until plantar fasciitis pain hit.
My wife said, I'm going to take you to the Good Feet store.
Now?
I can do my happy dance. That's my Good Feet dance.
Come in for your free fitting.
If your basement walls are peeling, that is not appealing. So this is water damage?
Yes, sir. That's water damage.
How many people right now have compromise in their basement brought on by water?
Oh, the majority. I mean, water is the enemy of a home.
Right.
But it's better to have it assessed to give you that ease of mind.
Sure.
Inspections are free. Might as well just give us a call to help.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
News 8 Now and Trust Point proudly honored the top graduating seniors from La Crosse area schools at the Honor Student Banquet. These students are outstanding examples of academic excellence, and we're proud of them and their schools. Congratulations to these and all graduating seniors. It's an easy puzzle to solve. The one app your phone can't live without. Bringing you local news, sports, streaming video, and a lot more. The News 8 Now app. Get it today. Oh, and good job on the puzzle. News 8 Now Sports.
Into the Blitz. Well, after a tumultuous couple years with Doc Rivers as head coach of the Bucks, it is official. Milwaukee has their replacement as the franchise hopes to get back to being a perennial power. The Taylor Jenkins era officially got underway yesterday as the former Milwaukee assistant fielded questions ranging from his 1 year on the staff back in the 2018-19 season to his relationship with Giannis, which he says is currently in good standing. And Jenkins is motivated to get the franchise back on track.
This organization has had so much success for a long period of time, and I know this season was one that everyone's ready to, come from and get right back to it. I'm competitive by nature. Our impact on winning daily is going to be a focus of ours, and we know these important decisions are going to drive that, not just from our roster, but also the coaching staff and just our process and day-to-day operations. So that's the stuff we're going to dive into, and we're already doing that so far.
How about GET and Sparta picking up a non-conference game earlier yesterday? The top of the third with the Spartans as the away team. Landon Connolly chopping one to short. Throw can't be picked and runner scores from third. 6-0 Sparta. Redhawks answer in the fourth. Brady Hansen in the line one up the middle. 2 score, and it's now a 3-run game. And the Spartans shoot a liner up the middle, and we're going to have a play at the plate, but Mitchell Thell's throw is right on the money for the out. Carson Swenson would shut the Redhawks down in the 7th, though, as he had 7 Ks on the day, as Sparta takes this one over GET 7-3. Well, after a rainout a couple of days ago, the Brewers back in action yesterday. First inning, Milwaukee jumps on Andre Palante as the single by Jake Bowers will put Pat Murphy's side up by 1 as Bryce Terang slides home safely. And the next batter, Andrew Vaughn, in his second game back from injury. Vaughn blasts his first home run of the season to make it 4-0 Milwaukee. Good outing from Brandon Sproat, only allowed 1 hit in 4 innings of work, along with 5 strikeouts. Another key player back from injury, Jackson Chourio, adds to the lead as he logs another multi-hit day in his second game back as the Brewers take it 6-2. And the Crew off today. They'll begin a series with the Yankees tomorrow in Milwaukee.
Hi, my name is Levi, and this is Maxwell White Water Conditioning Tip 48. Hard water causes scale buildup, dry skin, and stained laundry. If you see these signs, call us at 608-781-8088.
Valley Fudge. That's the best gift for Mother's Day.
Hey, Dave. You know how you always say you're the #1 fan of dill pickle fudge?
Well, yeah, and proud of it.
Turns out you've got some competition.
Competition?
Yep, this little one. I'm pregnant, and let's just say dill pickle fudge cravings are real.
Congrats. Better make that a double order.
Fudge could be so dandy. Pop in to Valley Fudge and Candy.
We are the Dillos. We are from Northern Kentucky. Being out in a rural area, coverage is pretty hit and miss with other carriers. So switching to T-Mobile solved a lot of problems that we had.
I'm able to use T-Satellite now. When you need to communicate, you can communicate.
America's best network needs off-the-grid satellite coverage with T-Satellite. Plus, over the past 5 years, T-Mobile customers had the lowest wireless bills versus Verizon and AT&T, and enjoy a 5-year price guarantee on experience plans.
The value that we get with T-Mobile is excellent.
For another year, Home Furniture is teaming up with the Minnesota Ovarian Cancer Alliance to raise funds for research, increase awareness, and support women and their families.
Make a purchase at home and donate $10 to MOCA and get an extra 10% off sale prices.
Together, we can make an impact. Shop for a cause and donate $10 for MOCA.
And save an extra 10% off our sale prices.
Thank you for supporting a cure by shopping at Home Furniture. And join us in September for Home Teal Strides Walk and Run for Ovarian Cancer Research.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
to oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
today a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
At Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics, our goal is to help you and your pet in times of need. We specialize in the gold standard for cruciate ligament repair, the TPLO.
I was amazed to see Bear up and running again so soon. They really took good care of him.
Piper had TPLO surgery and is already running again weeks later.
Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics for an orthopedic consultation today.
While chlorine helps keep city water safe, did you know it could be damaging to your hair and skin? Our new Dual Media 2-in-1 water softener and carbon filter combo removes that hardness and chlorine. So upgrade your water today and protect your home and your health.
The First Warn Weather app. Download it today.
Another frost advisory until 8 a.m. this morning. More about that coming up in just a moment.
New developments on a 15-year-old case where an infant's body was found floating in the Mississippi River.
The Dykeman trial's dramatic testimony, the defendant's son taking the stand. And the Ridgeland Farms Beagles enjoying their new freedom when they'll be ready to find new homes.
Streaming 24/7 on the News 8 Plus app. You're watching News 8 Now this morning.
Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Brooklyn Hine. Alexander is off today. Today is Thursday, May 7th, and even though it's spring, it sounds like we might need to grab that jacket on our way out. Let's hand it over to News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett. Art, we just can't escape that cold weather.
I know. I think spring is broken right now, my friend. Holding on how this all shapes up. A frost advisory is in play till 8 a.m. It is widespread, and of course, it is cold out there. We have some upper 20s to at least the low 30s in the forecast right now. You're going to see how this feels on your skin. As you can see, 30 for La Crosse currently, as well as Eau Claire. 29 to 28 as you go to Black River Falls, down to Sparta. 33 back into areas right by Prairie du Chien. You're going to hold on to 36 degrees, it feels like, on the skin for Prairie du Chien. So that's on the warmer side of things. Holding on to 30s, you can see there, all the way into areas right by Black River Falls and Sparta. Once again, 38 degrees it feels on your skin for areas right by La Crosse. In fact, you can see Winona's holding on to at least 32 degrees. Feels like 32 degrees. So it's par with plenty of sunshine out there right now. It's absolutely gorgeous, but you have to bundle up to enjoy it. In fact, you'll see a little light moisture trying to get across the river as well as that goes into some light snowfall because it's so cold out there. You're going to see a mix of rain and snow down towards Prairie du Chien and possibly trying to get down to the ground. But right now, no one's getting anything in the bucket. 38 to 59 degrees for the kids going to school and coming home from school for La Crosse. For Eau Claire, there are 33 degrees for the kids going to school, 55 degrees heading home. Now, you remember, it's going to be a few degrees cooler on your skin as well. By the afternoon, we'll hold on to 61 degrees for La Crosse for the high. 50s coming across the board as well, getting into 60s as you lead into the late morning, late afternoon hours. Eau Claire will follow suit as well, holding on to 57 degrees, and then pretty much 50s for you for the day. Highs for everyone else, though, low 50s to at least the low 60s, so we're warming up gradually. We'll do so even more so for tomorrow and possibly on Saturday. More about that when I return.
A 15-year investigation into Winona's baby Angel case finally ends with a plea deal. News 8 Now Seth Badia joins us from the newsroom with more.
Brooklyn, this case dates back to 2011 when a newborn baby was found floating in the Mississippi River. Jennifer Bockley has pleaded guilty to misdemeanor interference with a dead body. She originally faced second-degree manslaughter charges after investigators used genetic testing to identify her as the infant's mother. Defense attorneys say prosecutors still would have needed to prove exactly how the child died and who was responsible. But legal experts say there's a difference between what investigators believe happened versus what they can actually prove.
There's many reasons why prosecutors would enter into plea agreements with reduced charges, particularly when you're looking at a case that's old. The age of the case will impact the evidence.
Legal experts say due to the age of the case and the information that they had, this was the only way to hold Bockley accountable. Under the agreement, Bockley will serve 2 years of supervised probation. The agreement also prevents further prosecution related to the infant's death. Reporting live in the newsroom, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
Thank you, Seth. Dramatic testimony in the Josie Dykeman murder trial as her 8-year-old son described alleged abuse of 6-year-old AJ Pedrin. The boy testified that Dykeman hit, kicked, and yelled at AJ. Dykeman cried as her son described how AJ looked during the alleged abuse. The defense pushed for a mistrial twice, claiming witness coaching.
That's normal for a kid not to want their parent to get into trouble, is that right?
Yes.
And you've already lost your mom, is that fair to say?
Yes.
The 8-year-old admitted to lying under oath to protect his father from getting in trouble. The judge dismissed both mistrial motions, but will review the defense's evidence. A forensic interviewer, medical examiner, and AJ's school principal also testified. A new push to put street meters in downtown La Crosse. The Board of Public Works brought up the idea. For now, city officials are staying with the current setup that has property owners pay a yearly assessment. That renewal process will be happening soon. Several hundred beagles are experiencing the great outdoors for the first time. Nearly 1,500 of them were freed from Ridgeland Farms over the weekend. The facility had been holding the dogs for laboratory research.
Just amazing to see that it's all come to this moment where the dogs are finally getting out and experiencing all of this love and joy and freedom. We didn't know if this moment would ever come.
After medical tests and a brief period of adjustment, the pups will be put up for adoption. Area letter carriers are fighting food insecurity. Saturday is the National Association of Letter Carriers Stamp Out Hunger food drive. Letter carriers will collect non-perishable food and hygiene items that customers leave in their mailboxes. All donations collected will benefit local food pantries.
If you only have one can of soup that you're able to put out in your mailbox, imagine what would happen if everybody put one item out to be collected, right? And then there's going to be some people who put out more items. So I think when we all contribute, even if it's a little, makes big things happen.
Over its 30-plus year history, the Letter Carriers Food Drive has collected 1.9 billion pounds of food nationally. More mixed messages from President Trump on the war with Iran. Taking a live look now at the White House, the president was optimistic at a press conference, claiming the U.S. has won and that a peace deal with Iran could be close. CBS News' Jared Hill has the latest details.
I think we won.
President Trump claiming victory in the war with Iran, saying there's been progress in peace negotiations.
We've had very good talks over the last 24 hours. And it's very possible that we'll make a deal.
Axios reports the two sides believe they could be moving closer to agreeing on a one-page memo to end the war and start more detailed talks. That could include a moratorium on Iran's nuclear enrichment, lifting U.S. sanctions, and an end to restrictions in the Strait of Hormuz. Iran's parliamentary speaker mocked the report, posting, "Operation Trust Me Bro failed. Now back to the routine with Operation Foxios." President Trump has threatened to restart bombing without a deal.
And if they don't agree, they'll end up agreeing shortly thereafter.
The Pentagon said U.S. forces fired on and disabled an empty Iranian-flagged oil tanker in the Gulf of Oman Wednesday, claiming the ship ignored warnings to stop while allegedly heading toward an Iranian port as the U.S. blockade continues. Iran claims to have shot down a reconnaissance drone over the Strait of Hormuz. One of the world's largest shippers, Hapag-Lloyd, said the strait stands still Hill is costing the company $60 million a week. The conflict also forcing American drivers to make tough decisions.
I would love to get a full tank. Unfortunately, I don't have $80 to spare.
The average price for a gallon of regular jumped to $4.54 Wednesday, a new 4-year high. Jared Hill, CBS News.
President Trump says he met with top oil executives to discuss selling oil from Venezuela. At least 2 Americans are being monitored after returning home from the cruise ship at the center of the deadly hantavirus outbreak. Both disembarked before the ship went into quarantine and are said to be in good health and show no signs of infection.
What makes this really hard to contain is the fact that it's on a ship and the timeline.
While this rare strain can be serious, health officials stress it doesn't pass easily. July 4th is less than 2 months away, and celebrations are planned all over the country to mark 250 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Jen Sullivan has tips on where to visit, how to get there, and what you can see.
As we celebrate 250 years of independence, there are many historical battlefields where you can experience the fight for freedom firsthand. And Amtrak has an entire website dedicated to Northeast travel for this summer's happenings, including America 250 events. Our first stop, Lexington Battle Green in Massachusetts, located about 20 miles northwest of Boston, accessible by car or public transport. The battles of Lexington and Concord are known for the shot heard around the world, the start of the American Revolution in April 1775. Next stop, New York.
New York is the central battleground for the entire war.
Aaron Noble with the New York State Museum says one of the most significant sites you can visit is the battles of Saratoga. It's one of the first major victories against the British in October of 1777.
It is the battle that convinces France and Spain as well that the Americans might actually be able to win this conflict against the British.
You can walk the battlefields, see interactive exhibits, and tour the Nielsen House, which served as a headquarters for American officers. Best places to stay are in nearby Stillwater or Saratoga Springs. Next, we head south to Virginia's Colonial National Historical Park, the site of the Battle of Yorktown, where the British finally surrendered in October of 1781.
We want you to get out, walk along the American and French trenches, walk through the British fortifications, and put yourself in the boots of the soldiers who served here.
Lauren Kaprinsky says you can drive the 16-mile route along the battlefield while listening to a free guided app on your phone. There's also guided tours.
I would recommend folks come here and experience the entire historic triangle: Williamsburg, Jamestown, and Yorktown.
All 3 battle sites have special celebrations, including reenactments to commemorate America 250.
Coming up in your Buzz Report, fans of Legally Blonde are excited. The trailer for a prequel just dropped. The details ahead.
Support local businesses by shopping at Bean Juice in Jackson Plaza. Start your day off right with fresh coffee, roasted in-house. Open since 2002, Bean Juice is a women-owned company. Enjoy a cup of comfort in a relaxed atmosphere for an elevated coffee experience. Shop local, shop Jackson Plaza.
Welcome to Hotel 44 North, where history, nature, and hospitality meet. Nestled in the heart of downtown Winona, our boutique retreat features 76 elegant rooms, including 24 spacious suites with kitchenettes, perfect for weekend getaways or extended stays. Step outside to river views, bluff-top scenery, downtown shops, and scenic trails. Inside, enjoy luxury rooms, a pool, and sauna, all backed by our best rate guarantee. Unwind in our cozy lobby or sift craft cocktails at Latitude Bar and Lounge. Hotel 44 North, your place in Winona.
Hy-Vee is your Mother's Day headquarters. Save Friday through Sunday. New York strips, just $8.99. Fresh strawberries, just $1.99. Dole chopped or premium salad kits, $2.99. Breyer's ice cream, Carb Smart, or Klondike bars, buy one, get one free. Plus, save on hanging baskets that Mom will love. Beautiful arrangements, chocolate-covered strawberries, wine, gift cards, and more. Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
I've been boxing for 24 years, but a few years ago, my right hand had so much joint pain I couldn't punch with it. I couldn't even touch it without extreme pain. I tried surgery, physical therapy, strength training, but the pain never went away.
That's when Anthony found QC Kinetics, and their treatments changed everything.
The pain is virtually gone. I'm hitting the bag again for the first time in almost 9 years. I'm back to doing the things I love.
Join the thousands who have discovered real lasting relief from joint pain with QC Kinetics. Request a free consultation to find out if you're a candidate for this revolutionary treatment. If you're living with arthritis or pain in your shoulders, back, hips, or other joints, our treatments relieve the problem at its source. Isn't it time you get back in the ring? No surgery, no drugs, no downtime, just real relief. Request a free consultation to find out if you're a candidate today. Call QC Kinetics, 715-569-8589, 715-569-8589.
Support local businesses by shopping at Bean Juice in Jackson Plaza. Start your day off right with fresh coffee, roasted in-house. Open since 2002, Bean Juice is a women-owned company. Enjoy a cup of comfort in a relaxed atmosphere for an elevated coffee experience. Shop local, shop Jackson Plaza.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Wisconsin law says after prison time, sex offenders have to return to the county that convicted them, but any other restrictions on where they live are up to a local ordinance, something only 150 towns have. Ken Gozorowski joins us this morning with a city trying to change local laws to keep their children safe. Now, Ken, this is a topic you've covered before.
Yeah, we sure have. Basically a year to the day, Brooklyn, because we had people in Black River Falls reaching out to our newsroom concerned to find out that they didn't have any sex offender ordinances limiting where those people can live or even be present in that community. Now, federal laws don't allow communities to just ban sex offenders from living in their borders entirely. So what most local ordinances end up doing is drawing exclusion zones. It's usually something like sex offenders can't live or be present within 1,500 feet of a school, a park, a daycare center, basically any place a child might be. Now, Black River Falls ended up writing an ordinance after our story aired last year. But now this year, a Chippewa Falls mother with 2 young children discovered an offender was moving in right across the street, and she couldn't believe it was real.
3 houses away from an in-home daycare and 3 blocks away from a school, and we have churches everywhere. And so I was like, how is this a thing?
So coming up tonight, my full report on what Chippewa Falls ordinance currently does, where Taryn Rude, the mother, says it's falling short, as well as her efforts to see change at the city level. And she's been very active on social media, got a petition going, so we'll dive into that. The community response and even the city response has been very active as opposed to other examples that we've seen. So there's movement in Chippewa Falls, but many more drafts to be written before any kind of lasting change is made. But we'll dive into it all.
All right, we'll look forward to that tonight at 6. Thank you so much, Ken.
Thanks, Brooklyn.
All right, getting into your local forecast. Once again, we're holding on to this frost advisory in play till 8 a.m. this morning. We'll also see that is widespread across the region. Getting into this, though, a little light moisture trying to get across the river as well. You get Rochester all the way towards Winona. It's falling shy there with a little mix of rain and snow. Down to the south, getting towards Prairie du Chien. We already had some of that cut over all the way to Richland Center as well as getting into Boscobel and trying to brush areas right by Viroqua as well. So we kick into it here. We're looking at 7 a.m. You can see temperatures are going to change pretty quickly going into right into the 8 o'clock hour. So we're going to see those temperatures feeling like they're in the 30s, eventually turning into the 40s by then. Holding on to some dry air coming in off of California, working to El Paso, working all the way back up through much of the Central Plains and then right into areas by Chicago. We're seeing drier air on the way. We'll also hold on to this, though. Temperatures are gradually starting to warm to the west, and as they do, we're going to start to see more of that moisture and, of course, kind of wane, and we'll see warmer temperatures gradually sneaking into the area as we start to go into the 60s and the 70s, possibly as we go right into the weekend, and then drop it back back down to the middle 60s once we get into your Mother's Day. Hey, we're going to hold on to the possibility of this, though. A little light moisture kicking into the area for areas right by Eau Claire. We're seeing dry conditions there, but when we get right back into La Crosse, we possibly see a 10% chance of rainfall trying to cut across the river, as I showed you before. That will get around, say, the 11 o'clock hour. Temperatures will be in the low 50s by then. We'll be picking up some sunshine as well for the day, kicking in all the way to the 11 o'clock hour. Eventually, you're seeing more sunshine prevailing up to the north as well. Then that kind of comes back again as we go deeper into the late afternoon hours and the evening commute. A little moisture kind of brush back down towards Eau Claire while there's more clearing down to the south. And as this happens, we continue to go all the way into the overnight hours. We're seeing fewer clouds, a few clouds coming back again from across the river, but we'll see eventually widespread cloud cover coming back again overnight tonight, leading into some a nice little thin blanket to keep us from getting too cold all the way through sunrise. That cloud cover sticks around all the way to at least the afternoon. Then we open up the skies just a tad bit with the possibility of light rainfall coming in from 9 o'clock hour all the way to 10 o'clock hour, working from Eau Claire right back down to Black River Falls and Sparta and La Crosse with a little sprinkle to a spritzel or so to finish out. We get into Saturday and then we see more of that rainfall possibly coming back again, possibly in the morning. So let's take a look. We get to midnight Saturday, you're seeing light moisture coming across the board. Now, this is a broad brush, so this is going to show you more rainfall than we're probably going to get, but you're holding on from the Twin Cities all the way across down to I-90. Portions up there you can see up to I-94 once you get into Black River Falls. That still sticks around. Finishes out, though, by Saturday around the 2 o'clock hour in the afternoon. Rochester to Winona and La Crosse all the way down towards areas right by Sparta as well. Then we'll see the clouds stick around, and as we get into Sunday from the midnight hour, sunshine prevails through the morning hours for folks that are going to church service in the morning. Then eventually clouds come back around for the noon hour. They become more cloudy. They're mostly cloudy skies, then kind of waning once we get back out and pop back off once we get in the 8 o'clock hour to finish your Sunday. So it's a good looking day for you. We'll hold on to how this all shapes up getting into today's forecast. We're looking at temperatures in the low 50s to the low 60s in the forecast there. And I've changed this up a little bit. Once we get into it, we'll see temperatures try to go again with the rainfall possibly in the forecast. 30% chance for Saturday, as I showed you, coming back again for Monday night going into Tuesday. Then we see as we go into the departure from normal, temperatures are going to bounce back up to above seasonal averages, not only for Friday, but for Saturday, drop back down for Sunday, and then come back again by Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week, despite any type of rainfall on the way. Temperatures getting up from 61 all the way up to around the upper 70s in the forecast. I should say low 70s in the forecast, and dropping back down to the middle 60s, as I mentioned before. Tonight, it gets cold again. 30s widespread, back in the forecast, holding on to highs in the 60s, middle 60s to around the low 70s in the forecast. La Crosse, I put you at 72 degrees. Leading into this, though, we'll go 61 to 72 to possibly 73 degrees into your afternoon. And then Sunday looks pretty good, despite having 64 degrees with a little possible early morning rainfall in the forecast.
In your Morning Buzz report, the countdown is on to the opening of the Obama Presidential Center in Chicago. Tickets went on sale yesterday with opening weekend already sold out. The center opens June 19th in Jackson Park. It will feature exhibits on democracy, civic engagement, and the legacy of former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama. CNN founder Ted Turner died Wednesday at the age of 87. That's according to a news release from Turner Enterprises. Turner launched CNN in 1980. It was the first 24-hour all-news network, and it revolutionized the industry. He had been diagnosed with Lewy body dementia in 2018.
I'm fired up, ready to go. No, same.
Showtime!
Fans will get one more serving of The Bear. FX has announced the 5th and final season of the award-winning series will debut June 25th, with all 8 episodes available on FX and Hulu.
I need a new identity.
Why?
12 men killed my family, and I'm gonna find them. And I'm gonna kill them. All of them.
A new crime thriller hits Peacock tomorrow. All 9 episodes of MIA drop at once. The series follows a girl navigating Miami's underworld for revenge after a family tragedy.
I'm so lucky to have this life. I wouldn't change a thing.
Here's your first look at the Legally Blonde prequel series, Elle. The future Harvard lawyer loses her glam teen life in Bel Air when her family moves to nearly blonde-free Seattle. Elle premieres July 1st on Prime Video. Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, Cole is 8, and he is an energetic Packers and Brewers fan. He loves fishing and playing with his brother and dog.
If you know someone special turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88 years old soon, we'd love to feature them.
Well, that's right. Just upload the photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button under the Home tab on our website.
Now stay with us. We've got what you need to know in 5 minutes or less. Your Morning News Now is next.
Up on CBS Mornings, we're speaking exclusively with a single mom who was detained by ICE for 45 days despite being in this country legally. Why she's now worried she could be detained again. Plus, if you own an iPhone, Apple could owe you some money. We'll tell you who's eligible as part of a multi-million-dollar settlement over alleged false advertising. And supermodel and health advocate, that's Christy Turlington Burns, is here today to discuss her new documentary on the complications of childbirth. Wait, not done. Author Harlan Coben shares an exclusive sneak peek of his new TV series, I Will Find You. Wait, one more. And the eliminated castaways from last night's episode of Survivor 50 will join us. I know they're thinking, how'd this happen? We'll see you 7 o'clock straight out.
Holman Locker and Meat Market is your place for fresh, quality, local meat. Now's the time to stock up on our summer meat bundle, which includes top sirloin, ground beef, Polish sausage, chicken fillet, pork chops, locker dogs, and brats. Holman Locker and Meat Market and much, much more.
Are you ready to build your future? Stella Jones Corporation in Bangor is hiring and wants you to apply. No experience necessary. We will train the right candidate. Stella Jones Corporation is where safety matters and wages sustain a comfortable living. If you have what it takes and can stand behind our railroads, then we want you to apply today.
It's the Early Buy Outdoor Sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Patio dining sets, sofas, and love seats, even loungers, they're all on sale. Take advantage of the biggest discounts of the year on outdoor special orders guaranteed. It's the perfect time to get what you want the way you want it. Plus, we'll give you free delivery on your outdoor furniture. Want it right away? We've got all our favorites in stock at pre-season prices. Big discounts and free delivery on outdoor furniture at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Some ice cream hits different. Introducing Heartland by Nature's Touch. From rich and timeless classics to fresh twists on childhood favorites and the heavyweights of the bakery. This ice cream is so good, you'll need a moment. Heartland by Nature's Touch. Don't just eat it, experience it.
Spring is a special time for farmers. It's a renewal of their commitment to their chosen lifestyle. You can support your local family farms this spring by purchasing Westby Creamery dairy products often. Stock up on fresh Westby French onion dip, award-winning cottage cheese, sweet cream butter, and other delicious dairy products. Visit the Westby Creamery Cheese Store on Main Street in Westby, or look for Westby Creamery products in the dairy case at your local grocery store.
Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality meat, local meat. Purchase a minimum of 25 pounds of 90% lean ground beef for $6.69 per pound or 85% lean for $6.19 per pound. Holman Locker and Meat Market and much, much more.
The First Warn Weather Team is tracking.
You better believe they are.
Large hail, strong winds, tornadoes.
No matter what the conditions.
You got flood watch kicking in.
Severe thunderstorm warning, hail to flash flood warning.
A lot of water on the roads.
The First Warn Team warns you first.
Driving us to another alert day today.
And stays till the threat is gone.
Well, we continue to monitor the severe weather event that's going on, and right now...
Expect more from your weather coverage. First Warn Weather on News 8 Now.
And show you what the threat is looking like for tomorrow.
Okay, let's see. Headlines from News 8 Now? Check. Live updates all day? Check. Local breaking news? Yep. Weather every 10 minutes? Yes, please. Well, that was an easy choice. News 8 Plus. It puts the now in your day. Get it today.
Miss a story or need to watch it again? Find them all on the News 8 Now app.
A 15-year investigation into Winona's plea deal.
The case started in 2011 when a newborn baby was found floating in the Mississippi River. Jennifer Bockley has pleaded guilty to misdemeanor interference with a dead body. She originally faced second-degree manslaughter charges after investigators used genetic testing to identify her as the infant's mother. Defense attorneys say prosecutors still would have needed to prove exactly how the child died and who was responsible.
There's many reasons why prosecutors would enter into plea agreements with reduced charges, particularly when you're looking at a case that's old. The age of the case will impact the evidence.
Legal experts say due to the age of the case and the information they had, this was the only way to hold Bockley accountable. Under the agreement, Bockley will serve 2 years of supervised probation. The agreement also prevents further prosecution related to the infant's death. Reporting live in the newsroom, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
Dramatic testimony in the Josie Dykeman murder trial as her 8-year-old son described alleged abuse of 6-year-old AJ Pedron. The boy testified that Dykeman hit, kicked, and yelled at AJ. Dykeman cried as her son described how AJ looked during the alleged abuse. The defense pushed for a mistrial twice, claiming witness coaching.
That's normal for a kid not to want their parent to get into trouble, is that right?
Yes.
And you've already lost your mom, is that fair to say?
Yes.
The 8-year-old admitted to lying under oath to protect his father from getting in trouble. The judge dismissed both mistrial motions, but will review the defense's evidence. A forensic interviewer, medical examiner, and AJ's school principal also testified. A new push to put street meters in downtown La Crosse. The Board of Public Works brought up the idea. For now, city officials are staying with the current setup that has property owners pay a yearly assessment. That renewal process will be happening soon. Several hundred beagles are experiencing the great outdoors for the first time. Nearly 1,500 of them were freed from Ridgeland Farms over the weekend. The facility had been holding and breeding the dogs for laboratory research.
Just amazing to see that it's all come to this moment where the dogs are finally getting out and experiencing all of this love and joy and freedom. We didn't know if this moment would ever come.
After medical tests and a brief period of adjustment, the pups will be put up for adoption. And have you heard of littering skunks? Well, one officer in Colorado has. She responded to a call about a skunk wandering around with a cup stuck on its head. After a few careful attempts with a catch pole, the officer made a bold call, rolled the dice, and removed the cup by hand. Now, this officer can confirm littering really does stink. Well, hopefully our forecast doesn't stink as much. That probably did.
Wow, well, it's off to a cold and frosty start here in the early morning hours. We're getting right now into how this all shapes up. Right, currently, you're going to see it. This frost advisory lasts until 8 a.m. this morning. Is widespread across the region. A little light moisture also sneaking in as well, as you can see by Rochester, getting right back to areas to Prairie du Chien as well. Trying to cross the river for La Crosse, not so much though. 30 is still holding on for folks going to school this early morning. A little bit chilly up there in Eau Claire at 32 degrees right now. Once you get into how this all shapes up going right into the afternoon, you'll see 50s in the forecast with possible frost again later on tonight, despite having some cloud cover in the forecast for the morning. We'll also see temperatures on the rise gradually as we go in the 60s, then the 70s, and Mother's Day looking pretty good into the evening hours. A few clouds here and there, but be safe and have a wonderful day.
Okay, well, at least Mother's Day is looking nice. People can have a picnic.
Well, yeah, a few clouds, but it'll be nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Sarge. Well, thank you for waking up with us. We'll see you right back here at noon.